All right, welcome back, man. It is your boy Book Urban, and I would like just to welcome you to a new episode on Urban Topics Season 2. And today we have a very special guest, um, highly informative. This is going to be a highly informative episode, and he's been grinding for a while, man. And it appears that he just went ahead and started his own business with property inspections. I got the founder of C&C Property Inspections, Mr. Chad Phillips, man. Mr. Phillips, how's it going? How's it going today, man? It's good to see you.
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you, man. Thank you for having me on today.
Man, look, man, it's awesome, man. It's an honor to have you on to just share your experience, share your knowledge, and just give out this information to anyone that may be looking to get into your field when it comes to property inspections, and as well as like property purchasers who needs to get this information when they get ready to purchase a property, whether it be commercial or residential.
Right.
All right, so for people who may not know you, like just tell the people a little bit like where you from.
So I am originally from Greenwood, South Carolina, the big metropolis of Greenwood, South Carolina.
Hey, that's home, baby. Shout out
Yes,
to
sir.
the as we spoke about before, like you got the C&C property inspections. Like, so just describe a little bit like what's your profession for people who may not understand like what is a property inspector or what all that they do. Like, so just describe and explain your profession for the people.
So a property inspector, it's a very intricate step in the home buying process that most people kind of overlook, but you just want to know the health of your home, all right? And a property inspector, they go in, take a look at your home, and just give you a visual assessment of what's going on with your actual property, and they put a digitized report together. And it gives you, I don't want to say gives you buying power or give you something in a negotiation factor, but it lets you know what you're actually getting. So when it comes time to get back with the seller of the home, you can let them know, A, B, and C of what you may want to get fixed, and you can actually make an honest, decision on whether you want to buy the home or not.
I completely understand, and it's definitely a necessary position and profession in today's industry, real estate industry today. And it's basically like you just go out and you just give a real detailed analysis based on the property itself. You know, the ins and outs, and what to look for and what to watch out for the future. You know what I mean? Just
Absolutely.
fire. Now that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. So with it being so many various avenues, when it comes to just like I'm gonna say quote unquote the real estate industry, what intrigued your interest so much to want to go into doing property inspections and creating a business for
Um, Actually, it was me being a homeowner myself. The first time I went through that process, like many others, they just, do what the realtor tells them to do,
it? Yeah.
just simply because, it's buyer's excitement is what they call it. All right. I was excited to get my first property. I didn't even actually attend the actual home inspection, but just being excited about buying a home, I kind of overlooked and kind of failed to get understanding of how actually home works. All right, coming from renting, you don't really know all those things. All right. The second time around, I actually was there during the home buying process of the property inspection, and I noticed it was a disconnect there between the home inspector and the actual buyer. So me, I seen a way, an avenue that I can help people, right? I'm a people's person, all right, and I like to help people. I like to see people, smile, and just that enjoyment of just knowing what's going on, all right. And that's kind of where I came in to play with it. I just really want to just fill that void of basically just giving people information on what's going on with the actual purchase of their investment.
Definitely, definitely. Now I completely understand, and like you said as well, like it just really sparked from your own personal experience first of going through that first time home buyer process and just learning how much of a valuable asset having your property inspected adequately could be for anybody. You know what I mean? That's dope. That's dope, bro. All right, so for people who may not know, this is actually a good one, man. Explain some of the financial opportunities that can be in this field when it comes to property inspections. Like, if somebody were to go out and they were watching you and just seeing you, not necessarily as a role model, but just as an influence. You know what I mean? And they want to go out into the property inspection business and create their own, or just work for another company that does this. Explain some of the potential financial opportunities and gains that could be, that could be made.
Well, being your own, of course, owner of your own company, It's just like any other entrepreneurial journey. You can earn substantial amounts of money. All right. Uh, just on the home inspection side, just by myself, just to give you a quick overview, the average home inspection costs anywhere from around $300 to $500,
Okay.
and you can actually do 2 to 3 of those a day. All right. So you can kind of see what's going on as far as just being a sole member of your own company and just moving forward with that. Of course, once you become a multi-inspector firm, those numbers just kind of multiply from there, and they can add up pretty quickly.
Okay. Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome information, man. And definitely, like you were saying, those prices that one may be able to charge or be able to gain from doing an inspection can definitely change. I would say, based on the size of the property and what type of property it is, right?
Yeah, so I base my pricing off of the size of the home, the age of the home, and then the foundation type. Those are three intricate parts of my pricing. But like I said, I have a base price, and then I kind of go up from there. But like I said, on average, those numbers there, that's pretty much what you're looking at.
Got you. Got you. Thank you for that information, man. All right, so now I'm going to get into one of our highly segments, and it's just really one good question. It's our urban suggestion question, and look, we know, well, for people who may not know, whenever you get ready to purchase a home or purchase a piece of property, like some of the main things that I know you definitely check for is things like if the property level, like sitting on a piece of level ground, which may cause any risk regarding flooding, or you having to get like a drain installed on the property to keep it from being flooded. The roof, you check the HVAC systems, and also like you were saying, like the foundation of the home. You check like the foundation of the homes, like just for home stability. Like what other things for a first time home buyer or any purchase, I guess just real estate purchaser should look for whenever they get ready to purchase a piece of property?
So, going into the home, of course, the interiors, they're going to be the easy parts. All right. Just a key here for anybody that's actually looking for a home. The tighter the space, or the smaller the entrance way, or the maneuverability of the area, the more problems you're going to actually have in that area. All right. So once you get into the interior of the home, of course, it looks all pretty and everything. Okay, there's a lot of space to move around. They can do a lot of things there, but I like to keep it simple, and I like to tell all my clients pretty much the same thing when it comes to a home inspection. What I do is I look for the big five, 'cause that's what I call it. All right, check the roof, the foundation, electrical, plumbing, and your HVAC. All right, and I'm going in those, and I'm trying to find problems in every one of those. All right, and like I said, just it's it's a pretty difficult scenario for anybody that's just entering a home. But the things that stand out, of course, those things stand out. But like I said, those small areas that you're not able to maneuver in, that's where the most problems are going to be at.
Got you. Guys, I don't even know why I didn't think about the wiring of the property, man, of a house.
Right.
That's good. That's good. That's key, man. My bad. All right. So when you first started C&C Property Inspections, what were some of the goals that you just set out for yourself?
The first thing I would say, well, first thing is get my business in order, to keep from any kind of setbacks. Business license, organizing my business, setting it up. LLC, however you may want to do that. But after you get all that together, you got basically your foundation together of your business. Is you want to get hired, and that's the first goal I had. All right, is do one inspection. All right, just one. All right, and then I can expound upon that one. All right, and we just keep adding onto that number until I reach the designated goal, and we kind of go from there. But I would definitely say get hired is
Yeah,
being my goal.
definitely. Okay. When you was actually trying to accomplish that goal or just getting your first job, gaining your first client, were there any obstacles that you had to overcome?
Yes, I would definitely say there were a few different obstacles. Main one is pretty obvious. When you join into, or you looking to grow a business, you're the small person on the list now. All right, and there's a lot more names that's more established than you are, and you just want to be at the forefront with those people. But just getting your name out there and being heard, doing all the marketing, just getting uncomfortable. All right, that was a big obstacle for me, is just getting uncomfortable with something that I was uncomfortable with, in the midst of it. But uh, keep pushing, and trying to get people to see what you see, and eventually they'll move forward with
Definitely, definitely, man. Nothing wrong with determination and just constantly grinding, man. Believing in yourself. That's dope, bro. Okay, so with the experience that you had the opportunity to attain, through assisting the clients through your business's tenure, what is something critical you've learned during the home inspection process?
you. Very critical as don't limit yourself to what you're good at doing as far as gaining clients, so to say. All right. I've been fortunate enough that most of my business, pretty much, I say 90% of my business has been gathered through referrals,
Awesome.
referrals through other agents. And I kind of was blind to the fact of trying to gain clients a different way in another avenue. So and that's mainly social media. Just getting your name out there. Okay, I'm not a big social media person, so I had to get uncomfortable with posting every day, or putting my face in the camera and talking into a phone to post something.
Yeah, yeah.
That just wasn't me. So just getting out of my comfort zone to try and gain more clients, and try new different ways and new methods of gaining clients.
Man, that's awesome, bro. That's awesome advice and that's awesome information, man. Just like you're saying, just being comfortable with being uncomfortable in order to make some sort of progress, man. That's dope, bro. That's dope, Mr.
Right.
Phillip.
Thank you.
All right. So when it comes to the CNC property inspections, use three words to describe your company and your business and your work.
What I would normally say, let's see, three words. Trustworthy will be one. Thorough and resilient. I like those three.
Bro, when it comes to property inspection, those are three great tactics to use to describe yourself. Like when you're looking for somebody that's gonna check, like you said, the health of your home or the health of your property, whether it be commercial or residential, you need somebody that you can trust, somebody that's gonna be thorough, detailed, you know what I mean, analytical to a sense. That's actually great. That's great. That's great words, bro.
Thank you.
All right, so for someone who's interested in becoming a home inspector or just getting in that field, what route would you suggest them take? Like, how would they get some training, or what would you? Is there anything that you would recommend for them to go and get trained and learn out more?
Yes, I definitely will. I will put it in three little steps, because it's different in every state. All right. First is whatever state that you may be in, is find out the stipulations and the different types of things that you have to go through to become a home inspector, because some states are a lot different than others. All right. Me being in Georgia, it's a lot different in the state of South Carolina versus the South, North Carolina, and even in Florida. Those are just the southern eastern states there. But that would be the first thing. Once you find out what it is that you actually need to become a home inspector, find someone, either a mentor or someone that you can actually that can hold you accountable to whatever it is you say you're going to do. Okay. Um, I like to say that find someone that's doing it at a high level. All right. Not someone that is just doing it part time, half the time, sometimes, because they don't see the vision that you see when you're excited. So find someone that's doing it at a very high level, and just ask them, hey, can you coach me? Can you help me out? And absorb all the information that you can from them. And the last thing is, put the work towards it. Go ahead and set out a deadline if you're on a job, or if you're in another business. Put a deadline to where you say, hey, I'm going all in at this point, or this is what I'm going to do. This is how long I'm going to take to do it. So those three things there, I would say. So again, find out your state regulations and what it entails for you to become an inspector in your state. Find your mentor or accountability partner, whomever that may be, but someone that's doing it at a high level in what you're actually looking at doing, as far as home inspections. And then just put a plan together and attack it.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome advice, man. And again, for people who wasn't able to hear you, make sure you check the state requirements for whatever state it in you're in that you're trying to become a property inspector in. Um, find you a quality mentor, somebody that's actually out here grinding each and every day, and this is their main source of income. This is what they rely on. They've been doing it for years, and definitely put in that work. But that's great advice. That's dope, man. That's dope. All right, so as we get ready to close out this interview, in this episode, Mr. Phillips, I got to take you home. I got to bring you back. This is for the urban community. They love it when I ask this question. What's one thing that you love and one thing that you dislike about being from the South? But for the thing that you dislike, give us a way or your take on how you would progress it or change it for the better.
Uh, One thing I love about the South. I found my wife in the South, so I'm gonna have to say, my wife. But other than that, I love the food, love the music, and overall just the culture of the South. I was, I wasn't born in the South, but I was pretty much raised there my whole life, and I love it. One thing I dislike about the South, though, um, let's see, I think it's the people, so to say, all right, and the limits that people put around themselves, just because of where they may come from or how they may look, um, and they kind of tend to let that run the rest of their life, just because they may have an accent or the color of their skin or whatever it may be, different things like that. So the limits that people put on themselves, I don't like that about the South. All right, just the stereotype that you hear from other people around, the globe, people down south are slow. All the different things that you may hear. So they let those stereotypes kind of run their life.
Definitely, definitely. And how would like what's one thing that can change the stereotypical perceptions of people here in the South that you think that you would suggest?
What I would say is, well, how I would change it, or how people can change it.
How people can change it.
How people can change it is get out of the bubble that people putting them in. All right, find a different example. It's someone that came from the South that looks just like you and I. That's doing it on a high level, and they didn't let that stereotype keep them, grounded to where they're at that particular moment. So really, just open your eyes and see what's going on around you. A lot of the stuff that we do see on TV and social media, it's fluff, so to say. All right. Um, but I think if people actually open their eyes and seeing those things, it'll change their outlook and change the stereotypes of how they actually internalize those things there.
Man, great response. Great response. Get out the bubble and just open your mind in a sense. Open your mind, man. Have a clear mind as well. All right, so as we get ready to wrap up the interview for good, before I let you go, Mr. Phillips, how can people contact you? How can they connect with you, whether it be a new client or just someone out that has more questions about joining this field in the future or about your services?
So I do have a website. Website is cpropertyinspections.com.
Okay.
That's C, just the letter C, propertyinspections.com. You can go on my website, take a look around. I am on social media, Facebook and Instagram. My handle for those are CC Property Inspections. Again, that's CC Property Inspections. And that's pretty much it. That's letting people know how they can get in touch with me, follow the journey. Like I said, I'm, 8 months in my business now, and I'm having, I would say, success with it. Okay. Versus other people that I haven't, spoke with, that's getting started. But,
Mhm.
yep, that's how you can get in touch with me.
Nah, man, that's awesome, awesome information for anyone that's looking to just reach out to Mr. Phillips regarding any type of property inspection inquiry. Definitely hit up his website. Hit him up on any social media for it, whether it be Facebook or Instagram. Man, it's dope, dope. All right, man. So this has been another great episode of Urban Topic. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Phillips. It's been a pleasure, bro. Thank you for bringing this great information to me, to my audience, and just to the urban community as a whole, bro. We needed this information, and it's definitely valuable, man. With the way that the real estate market has been going over the past couple of years, especially since the pandemic, there's definitely room to make some sort of income from this if you take it serious and you learn. And it's definitely valuable information for anyone who's looking for a property inspection or looking for a piece of property, man. It's been a pleasure, bro. It's been a
I
pleasure.
appreciate you. I appreciate you having me on today.
Yeah, gave out a lot of nuggets, man. All right,
Thank
man.
you.
That's it, man. Yeah.
All right. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.